Welcome, I'm Good, and this is episode number 4 of Panoptica, which is a city skyline playthrough where we are building a circular city. So in the last episode we expanded these districts out quite a bit further, and we also diversified our industrial a little bit. What we want to do in this episode is work more towards diversifying that industrial some more by getting the other industrial resources, which, if we pull up the nature map, we can see we've got some oil and some ore back here. So the first step we're going to want to take is to begin purchasing new plots of land, but we also have a huge demand for residential zones, and rather than try to push this residential area here out even further, or build residentials here where I'd rather have industrials for these trees, instead what I want to do is buy a couple of plots of land and start another circle that's connected to this one that is only for residential zones. So I'm going to take out this abandoned building real quick. No, maybe not. It's still saying it's there. Where are you? That's weird. Sometimes that happens. I'm not gonna risk destroying an actually working building unless it's that right there. Okay, cool. So we got all the abandoned buildings. Those little icons are sometimes kind of buggy. Anyways, we're gonna now go ahead and purchase a couple plots of land. So I want to work into this area up here, but I'm gonna start by buying this plot and this plot. Okay, so the reason that I bought those plots specifically is because now we're gonna expand into that new residential sphere. And the way we're going to do that is by building a straight 6-lane road completely across from here to this other highway. Just like that. Now, like we did before, we're going to start our circle somewhere where we feel like it'll be centered. And we're just going to use the same process we did before. Where we will come in here and, yeah, I think right about there is probably a pretty good center. Up and over. I will probably zoom through all of this so we can just get to the setup new area. Okay, so now that we have all those roads placed and we have them in the alternating patterns we want, I did make one mistake. We do want to change all of these outside roads to 2-ways, so that's what I'm going to do real quick. Now that that's fixed, we will go in and we'll spray down some residential. And I'm just going to spray the outer ring down first, because I don't think we'll need enough to fill all of these regions just yet, so there's no point in spraying down the others. I'm hoping that these extra residentials will generate some new employees for the factories and stuff, but I'm not sure how much their location has to do with like their availability as employees. Like, I don't know if this is too far away and thus they won't be able to work here. I would hope it's not that simple, especially not since you could probably build some huge cities overall. So for right now, we'll just have to run with the assumption that that is not how it's going to be. Gonna have to run some power across. We'll just run that to right about there. And then we need to double check and make sure we have some water running out there. Okay, I messed that up a little bit, so we had to put some extra pipes in there. It's not a huge deal. It didn't cost us too much money. And now that we've got all those placed down, we're going to go ahead and turn on the time, and we're going to set it to ×9, and see if we can get those buildings to start growing. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Buildings are growing, we are losing some Buildings over here, though, to being abandoned. Like that one, and that one. Come on, employees, start filtering over. That's what we need. We need more employees to filter over here. That was the wrong one. Oh, I hate when that happens. I hate when I accidentally get the wrong building and then lose like a good building. By sheer number of buildings that become abandoned, any building that does not become abandoned is already a good building. And the icon disappears when I get closer. There we go. Okay. So now that we've got all that, take in more abandoned buildings. Stop becoming abandoned. We are seeing some growth out here, though. That's nice. All of our levels have sort of evened out. I think right now we just need to sort of maintain these abandoned buildings. And we have a fairly good amount of happiness. And we're gaining, you know, citizens regularly. I think our next benchmark is at 5K, so we should hit that relatively soon. So I'm just going to clear out these abandoned buildings, and then we'll zoom ahead to the next benchmark. Okay, so we've reached our next benchmark, which was 5K. We have now become a busy town, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, we've become a busy town, so we have access to level 4 unique buildings, oil industry specialization, free public transport as a policy, and heavy traffic ban. It also gave us access to a whole bunch of decorative roads, which we could try to do something with. It'll lower noise pollution. That's kind of nice. But we also got access to the police headquarters, the fire station, and the hospital. Now these interest me because I'm curious whether they have like a massive coverage radius compared to the other stuff. If they do, we may be able to drop one of these like over where the current ones are in the center and get coverage for the entire area, which would be really, really amazing for this design. So we're actually going to try that out. I'm going to pause. And then we're going to come in here and I'm going to take a look at... No, don't destroy. Don't destroy. That's a school, that's a medical clinic. Okay, so we're going to move this medical clinic out here somewhere. Actually, you know what? We're going to move it over here. Perfect. We do seem to be having some power issues, though. So I'm going to place a couple more turbines here. You know, 1 or 2 should do it. I think... Yeah, okay, now our power issues are better. I do want to come back in and look at that hospital, though. So now we have this super large hospital thing. Wow, that is big. Okay, we may end up needing to move this other structure, if we can. There we go, we move the elementary school to the right a little bit. Hopefully that gives us just enough space. Not a chance. Okay. The hospital is huge. Thankfully, so is the coverage area. Look at that. It just immediately covers everything. That's kind of crazy. Let's see what other buildings we have here that we could possibly move. We have a firehouse and a police station. Now, a police headquarters is fairly reasonable in size. It's about the same size as a police station. Maybe just 1 hex bigger. I want to go ahead and move this police station over here, because we're going to need one here anyway. And then I'm going to grab the police headquarters here. See if we can't slap that baby down. Oh, right there is perfect. Wow, it's 60k. It is 60k. I want to see something, though. Let's let that go down a little bit. Nothing? Okay, so right now our coverage gets really weak on these edges. But as soon as we put this down, bam, everything gets great. So we're just going to drop that. I think that means that we're going to end up going through and possibly, like, let's see what happens if we remove this. So our coverage did not go down there because we removed that police station. Nor did it go down there, which is exactly what I was wondering. We don't need that many police stations, which means that we can come in and bulldoze all of these buildings, and then we can spray down some more areas for industrial or whatever, wherever those police stations were. So one was down here, and that'll be another industrial area now. And I think one was up here. Oh, it was up in this area, so no longer a problem. However, that is a nice little spot that we could consider putting a hospital in. If we can fit one in there. Oh, come on. It can't be that big. We can't even place it on the outside ring? Oh, we can't place it because we don't have the money. Okay, forget it. It's not even going to let us look for right now, so that's fine. I'm just going to turn time on and bump it up to 9 because we need a few bucks to start playing with our new toys. Oh, we also need to run some power out to these, so I'm going to do that real quick. Just to make sure that they are able to do something for this little group of residentials. Okay, so now that we have the money, we can start looking for a place to put this, but it still just does not fit inside of our little city, which is kind of obnoxious because, yeah, I mean, obviously, that's not very helpful for us. I'm gonna pause time here while we try to figure out a good place to sit this. Well, I guess we could sit it, like, pretty much anywhere. I almost wonder if it would fit right next to these guys. Nope, it's even larger than the dumps. That's kind of obnoxious. I wonder if I could squeeze it in here with, like, nothing else there. Nope, it will not fit there either. Okay, we will probably end up putting it, like, right out here. Actually, yeah, we could also put it, like, right over here. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it right there, because I don't see us expanding this area too much anymore. So by doing that, it should cover all of the area pretty well. Get a little light over here, that's okay though. We still have another hospital over there. I may just end up moving the one that we already have right here. I think that's probably what we're gonna do. I'm gonna grab this medical clinic and move it up over... What the heck? Really? That hospital's coverage weakens out that much? That's insane. I thought it was way stronger than that. That looks good. Right there. If I can get a good angle on it, I'll put it right there. There we go. And now we should have pretty good medical coverage all the way through our town. Yep. There we go. That is exactly what we wanted. Okay, so we have officially built 2 of the new, like, upgraded versions of the service buildings. We still have quite a few to build, though. I'm really excited to see what the, I believe it's the fire one we haven't done yet. I'm curious if that'll give us as much coverage as the police one did, because the police one allowed us to go back and destroy, like, half the police stations. And I'm also curious how big it is. Wow, the firehouse. Is that the new one, or is the fire station the new one? The fire station is the new one, and the fire station is, like, tiny. It's really small, like, we can squeeze it in here, no problem. That's gonna make for some fun upgrading. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it do that, and we are in dire need of residential again, but thankfully we already have this area prepared, so now I'm just gonna spray down some more residential here. And I'll want to keep an eye on our power to make sure that we don't need to add some more stuff to our little wind turbine farm. We probably will pretty soon. Yeah, okay, we already kind of need to. So I'm just gonna come over here and do that. This wind turbine farm on the hill is amazing. Always 8 megawatts, always. That's insane. And now we have some more residential building over here. Hopefully that will once again provide more employees for this area. We do have an abandoned building there. Ah, all the abandoned buildings all over the place. You lazy people, stop abandoning the buildings. I guess maybe I should actually read why they're abandoning the buildings, but I think it's because of employees. There were not enough workers. Okay, well, I'm constantly building more residentials. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I can't make them come work for you. You must be a terrible boss. So we'll let that tick, and I'm gonna move the time up again. I suppose if I can't, I could put it like up here. It gets pretty good coverage up there too. Alright, let's try this. Let's move the elementary school. Let's put that up here. Yeah, let's do that, and then we'll put another fire station that is upgraded here. See how that goes on fire coverage. Okay, fire coverage here looks really good. Let's see how education looks. Oof, education looks kind of bad now. I'm wondering if we can actually fit a school here somewhere, though. Oh, we could have moved it over there. Okay, I'm actually going to put another school down right here. But that's okay, because we kind of needed some more education anyway. Sort of. I kind of wonder, though, like, if educating your entire population makes it so that nobody wants to work at the factories. I wonder if you can, like, self-sabotage like that. Okay, guys, we have officially established a nice new little residential ring over here. We've been able to reuse some of our service buildings. We've also been able to clear some of them out and upgrade them to new service buildings. We are chugging away towards our next population benchmark, or we were. Now we're in the negative. Why are we in the negative? Are we out of power? Water? Both are a little bit tight, it looks like. Let's check the budget on water. Water looks good now. Power is okay, but... yeah, no, see, power's okay, but we're gonna put down one more wind turbine just to be safe. We don't want brownouts that could be causing unhappiness. Why are you guys so unhappy? I don't understand. Oh, you need more residential zones. Ha, okay. So actually, before I close out this episode, I'm gonna do one more thing. Ooh, supports low traffic and increases land value. I like it. I'm actually going to go ahead and put one more ring on here, just because I think we're going to need it. Okay, so we just managed to put a nice little loop of trees around here. And now I'm going to spray down some residential zones. And ooh, it looks like power is an issue because we disconnected the grid. That's okay, I can fix the grid when we're done here. I'm also going to have to check water, and I'm almost certain we're going to need a third, possibly even a fourth eventually, water pump already. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this built. Okay, so we've added in our new district. We just need to check, make sure we have water. We should have pretty good water coverage everywhere. Power is an issue though, because when we were building that new road, it disconnected the grid. But that is easily repaired. So I would think, there we go. Okay. Now let's take a look. Ooh, power came back on pretty quick. New residential zones are popping up quite nicely. Once again, our city is growing at a faster rate than it's ever grown before. That's kind of incredible. And now we have like nice little residentials popping up there. We're having slightly less abandoned buildings overall, which is nice, because this is kind of a pain. We still don't have much demand for anything other than residential. Like, it looks like they'd like one more commercial zone, and we could put that in pretty easily, but I think we'll leave that until the next episode. I'm the Gamer Under Development. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click like, or feel free to leave me a comment, even if you just want to tell me I'm bad at this. And if you want to be notified when the next episode comes out, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Please game responsibly.